book of Joshua, chapter 15. Follow along as we read it. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Southward was the uttermost part of the south coast. And their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side, to Maach, to Maalah, Akrabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched to compass to Karkaah. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hoglah, and passed along by the north of Beth Arabah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. Verse 7. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal, that is, before the going up to Adumim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of En Shemesh, and the goings out thereof were at En Rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom, westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants, northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border was drawn to Baalah, which is Kiriath Jearim. And the border compassed from Baalah westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon, on the north side, and went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shariron, and passed along to Mount Baalah, and went out unto Jabneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah round about, according to their families. And unto Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the 3 sons of Anak, Sheshai, and Ahiman, and Tabnai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kiriath Sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kiriath Sepher, and taketh it, to him will I give Esab my daughter to wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Esaph, his daughter, to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she lighted off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. Verse 21. And the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom southward were Kabzeel and Eder and Jugger and Kenna and Dimina and Adaa and Kadesh and Hazor and Ithan, Ziph and Telem and Beeloth and Hazor, Hadattah and Kirioth and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam and Shema and Moladah and Hazar, Gada and Heshmon and Bethpelet and Hazar, Shual and Beersheba and Bijatha or Bijah, Baala and Ayim, Nazem and Ethelad and Chasil and Hormah and Ziklag and Madmanah and Sansana and Labbaath and Shehem and Ain and Ramon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. And in the valley, Eshtaol and Zoriah and Ashna and Zanoah and En Ganim, Tapua and Anam, Jarmuth and Adullam, Sako and Aska and Sharaim and Adathaim and Gedera and Gederothaim, 14 cities with their villages. Zanan and Hadashah and Migdal Gad and Dilian and Mizpah and Joktael, Lachish and Boskath and Eglon and Kabon and Lamam and Kiflish and Gederoth, Beth Dagon and Naamah and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages. Libnah and Ether and Ashan and Jiptah and Ashna and Nazib and Kila and Azib and Marishah, 9 cities with their villages. Verse 45. Ekron with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lag near Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea, and the borders thereof. Verse 48. And in the mountains, Shamir, and Jatir, and Soka, and Dana, and Kiriath Sana, which is Debir, and Anab, and Estama, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, even cities with their villages. Arab, and Duma, and Eshaan, and Janam, and Beth Tapua, and Athaka, and Humta, and Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, or Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages. Ma'an, Carmel, and Ziph, and Jatah, and Jezreel, and Jokdaam, and Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Halhul, Bethzur, and Gedor, and Ma'arath, and Beth Anath, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages. Kiriath Baal, which is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Arabah, Medin, and Seka'ah, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. That's Joshua chapter 15. My apologies for butchering the names. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.